Let's go live right now, y'all. Let's just do it. The rain delay is coming to an end. The Yankees have two men on, no outs in the bottom of the eighth. There's a new pitcher coming in. Carlos Rodon looks to be the pitcher of record, so he stands to get the win here, which will be his 9th win. Make him 9-5. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. Shout out to everybody in here. And while we wait for the Yankees to bat, while we wait for the rest of the game, we'll play by play this until the game is over. There's something that floated its ugly head today. An article, a rumor that's being floated right now is an article from Sports Illustrated. I'm going to post it up here so you can see it. And I was like, this can't be a one-off, right? But I'm actually looking, and there are corroborating articles predicting the same thing. So it's more than one article predicting this. And let me pull this up for you just so you can see it. Okay. The Yankees are named in a massive trade with the Giants. Okay. Pull this up here. New York Yankees are rumored to be shopping the idea of dumping one of their former top prospects this week, Jason Dominguez. That should say outfield. He's not an infielder. Yankees insider Esteban Quinones reported this week that the Yankees may dump Dominguez in favor of signing or trading for San Francisco Giants third baseman Matt Chapman. And Jazz Chisholm, infield hit. Bases are loaded, no outs. Bases loaded for the Yankees, no outs. This is exactly the type of thing that they need right now to kind of restart them. So get back to the article here. The Giants in a sticky salary situation with their recent acquisition of former Red Sox slugger Rafael Devers, assuming 100% of his remaining 10-year, $313.5 million contract. According to Quinones, New York would also send one of their top prospects, outfielder Everson Pereira, and veteran middle infielder, middle reliever Ian Hamilton in San Francisco. This is where I find it a little bit dicey because if you're going to trade Dominguez, you're going to essentially replace him with Everson Pereira. So I can't see Brian Cashman executing that part right there. I would expect him to swap him out for somebody like ground ball to second. Judge scored 6-3 Yankees. 1 out, fielder's choice. 6-3 Yankees. Let's see. The trade would send Everson Pereira and Ian Hamilton. The trade, however, is up to New York, an organization known to have deep pockets and desire to add depth to dugout whenever possible to initiate. The ball is now in the Yankees' Brian Cashman's court. He wrote, the opportunity to land one of the baseball's elite defenders and finally solve third base may never be better. Now, does that also mean that George Lombard is going to be projected to be the second baseman of the future? Because Matt Chapman's probably, I think he's got 4 years left on his deal, or 5 years left on his deal. He will be blocking George Lombard at third base. Dominguez first signed with the Yankees in 2019 for a franchise record $5.1 million signing bonus and made his major league debut in 2023. He boasts a not bad career, 226 batting average, 320 on base, 397 slugging, with many of his best stats in his rookie year. He's not lived up to the price tag the Yankees have paid for him, offensively or defensively. During a game against Boston this month, he looked asleep at the wheel, totally missing the fact that he was about to be tagged as the inning's third out, effectively ending the Yankees' chance at securing a win. Furthermore, he's the 5th worst left fielder in the league this season, according to Baseball Savant. The Yankees are in the midst of their worst slump this season, dropping 3 straight games against the Red Sox and 2 against the Angels for a cumulative 5-game losing streak. They could use all the help they can get, and cutting ties with Dominguez might be just the next piece of the puzzle. This is a Sports Illustrated article. And again, just so it doesn't seem like a one-off, right? Driven out to left field. Caught. Tagging. 7-3 Yankees. 7-3 Yankees. They just brought in 2 runs. Small ball. Sac fly, put the ball in play. Small ball. Something the Yankees have not done this 5-game losing streak. So, Ali, this is a trade rumor being floated right now with the San Francisco Giants, and it involves Jason Dominguez. Now, we'll see if it actually happens. But there are more than one articles that I'm finding that are talking about this. And generally, when it's more than one, some chatter must be going on somewhere. But I would find it hard to believe that the Yankees would give up Dominguez and Pereira, because essentially they would replace Dominguez with Pereira in the outfield. So that part I don't understand. And I'm not exactly sure that part of the trade would happen. But Chapman would be obviously the right-handed bat, and it would solidify infield defense for the Yankees. He's batting in the mid-240s right now. I got his stats right here. Let's just pull them up here. Matt Chapman stats. So right now he's batting 243 with 12 home runs, and he's got a 2.9 WAR. So he's scheduled to be like a 6 or 7 WAR. So the impact is there. Tremendous impact is there. So this could be the Yankees' trade for a bat. Now, could they try to get a like Camille Duvall? Someone? Could they try to get a relief pitcher in a trade like this? Maybe. Because I do expect the Yankees to trade for 1 or 2 relief pitchers as well. So 3 likes, gang. We got 33 people in. Everybody tap that like button, by the way, gang. If you're happy that the Yankees are, it's Juneteenth, and you're happy that the Yankees are, it looks like they're going to win this game. 7-3 right now. So, the game isn't over, Nathaniel. It's 7-3 Yankees right now on the bottom of the 8th. Diamondbacks could potentially become sellers too, John K. We don't know yet. There are some sellable players. Eugenio Suarez has been rumored to be a guy that might be fit for the Yankees for third base. Big power bat. Not a big glove, but a big power bat. Chapman, you got the contact and some power, and you've got the elite glove. So, and it's a strike 3. Here comes Devin Williams. Here comes Devin Williams to close this game out. So again, the Yankees are up 7-3. And if you haven't heard, Aaron Boone did confirm there is a chance that Luke Weaver could be activated tomorrow, back off the IL. He could be back tomorrow. So that's another piece of exciting news, especially after losing Jay Cousins a couple days ago to Tommy John surgery. All right, we got 3 outs to go, gang. Controllable starter. No, I get it, Jonathan. Duvall's the right-handed, Chapman at home. So I don't know. I would make a separate trade for relief pitchers elsewhere. I would go for one of the relievers from the Rockies. I would go for one of those guys, like Jake Bird is a guy I would go for. I don't want anybody but over Jake Bird. He's the first guy I want. But there would be, if he's available as being shot, there would be no shortage of teams going after him either. So, but this could be a trade the Yankees make. I didn't expect the Giants to make that freaking Devers trade, but they did. So let's go over to the. Let me see something here. Okay, let's go over to the situation room here. Right in front of the TV, right in front of the game here. All right. Now we have 3 innings left. Three outs left. We're in the top of the 9th here. Yep, Devin Williams coming in. He's got to get 3 outs. Aroldis Chapman rejects a trade to NL. Where'd you see that there, brother? I didn't hear that. I don't know. That's the first I heard. Let's see. Let's see if we have any insight here. I mean, he's got a 1.45 ERA with the Red Sox right now. He's pretty. They're predicted to deal him at the deadline, but maybe he doesn't want to. Let's see. 0-1. 0-1 pitch. 0-0 pitch, I mean strike 1. I'm not seeing anything here with Aroldis Chapman there, brother. Where'd you see that? Yeah, we're gonna wait for it to finish, and then I'm gonna go downstairs to my usual spot, and we'll go live. But I want to, take you through this play-by-play for the 9th inning at least, and Strike 2. 0-2. Just want to pitch or see Devers. Yeah. Yeah. I like, where would he go in NL West? Padres? Ooh. Strike 3. 1 out. High strike. 1 down. 1 down. 1 down. But it looks like he's projected to get traded by the Red Sox. And he can't veto anything because he's not a 10-5 guy. He hasn't spent 5 years with the team, so he gets traded. He gets traded. And I don't think he has a no trade clause in his contract on a 1-year deal. And the pitch, 1-0, ball 1. To Joe Adell, he's 1-2 with a home run and a walk. I'm not seeing anything on potential Chapman, but I know he's projected to get traded at the deadline. So to where, I'm not sure. 0-1, and 1-1. The 1-0 pitch is a strike. It's 1-1. Fastball to Joe Adell. Daniel Berry's in the building. Strike 2. The 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Off speed pitch to Adell. Caught him off balance there. Devin Williams looks like he's really coming into his own here. He's in a better groove now. And he's got a lot of fan venom off his back too. Yeah. Let's see. Strike 3. 2 outs. 2 outs. 1 out to go. 1 out to go. All right. Lamont Wade Jr., who was just released by the San Francisco Giants last week. Now he's with the Angels, so. And the pitch, ball 1. 1-0 to Lamont Wade. But that article is interesting, and like I said, generally it's usually that kind of stuff is a one-off sometimes, but there are other articles predicting the same thing. So there must be some chatter, and the pitch, 1-1 strike. All right. And the 1-1 pitch to Lamont Wade Jr. 2-1 fastball. 2-1. Yeah, he did get replaced by Dom Smith. That's right. That's right. And 2-1 pitch to Lamont Wade Jr. is. Ooh, he hit him. Hit him in the thigh. Hit by pitch. Devin Williams hit him in the front thigh. No, actually the back thigh. Whoa. Wow, I don't know how he got out of the way and his back leg came in front of the right leg, the front leg. That's correct. Wow. Which rumor, Lou? Franchise. If Weaver returns, it will be a roster move tomorrow. Well, it's Sports Illustrated. It's a Sports Illustrated article, and there's a couple other articles predicting the same thing. About Dominguez to the Giants. And 1-0 pitch. 0-0 pitch is ball 1. This is Luis Renjifo's up. 1-0. Yeah, I mean, it could bring, Amy Frost is another one. Yeah, and the 1-0 pitch to Renjifo. Strike. 1-1. 1-1. I don't know, Brother Bill. Yeah, it looks like he just lost control of that fastball. And then he throws them really fast, so it's really hard to move out of the way of them damn things. And the 1-1 pitch to Renjifo. Strike 2. Fastball. Blew it right by him. 1-2. 1 strike to go. Come on, Devin Williams. Let's close this out, baby. Yeah. It's a Sports Illustrated. I just had the article up, Lou. And there's a couple articles corroborating it, too. I just found it. There's apparently a rumor on this Yankees Insiders, and the 1-2 pitch to Rengifo. Struck him out! Yankees win, baby. They break the losing streak on Juneteenth, baby. Yee-hoo! Ah, yes, sir. Ah, feels better. Feels better knowing that the Yankees won. Oh, baby. Let's go downstairs to the war room or the situation room. Oh, nothing up. All right. Oh, well. I'm just going to leave it like this then. Having a lot of work done in my basement, but it is what it is. You can see some of the work behind me. I got a makeshift wall and stuff here and stuff there, and so on. Right? We got the win, man. Exactly, Brandon Moore. We don't give up on our damn team. They won. Game's over. 7-3, baby. Yankees break the 6-game losing streak. Or the 5-game losing streak or 6-game, whatever it was. No, 6-game losing streak. Now, let me pull up the box score here. It always feels better doing a box score when the Yankees win as opposed to when they lose. Carlos Rodon gets the win. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts, 3.10 ERA. Mark Leiter Jr. came in with a clean inning. Johnny Loizaga, clean inning, 1 hit. Devin Williams came in, clean inning, 2 strikeouts. And that's it. Game. Yankees had 12 hits. Offensively, Paul Goldschmidt was 2 for 4. Cody Bellinger, 3 for 4. Judge, 1 for 3. Stanton, 0 for 3 with an RBI. Jazz Chisholm, 2 for 4. Volpe, 0 for 3. Wells, 1 for 3. And then Wells and Volpe had a base running kind of blunder there. DJ LeMahieu was 1 for 4. And Trent Grisham was 2 for 3 with a home run. So Paul Goldschmidt got a home run. Aaron Judge had a home run. No, excuse me. Aaron Judge didn't have a home. Goldschmidt had a home run, and Trent Grisham had a home run. And they were back-to-back as well. Clemenza, he hit a batter on the leg. Devin Williams hit a batter on the thigh. Clemenza. Yeah, we won a game, man. It's always nice. Smack that like button if you're happy that they won. I know I am. Oh. Theoretical question. Give it to me. Well, that was it looked like a premature. I mean, the problem with that base running looks like Austin Wells took an early jump, and he was already working his way to second, which kind of left Volpe stranded there. So it might have been an Austin Wells that led to Volpe doing that. So, but yeah, they do have to get better in the base paths, no doubt. No, we don't know VFS. I don't know. That's the rumor. I don't know. Yeah. Well, the lineup merry-go-round but they don't have a prototypical a leadoff hitter set up at the top. They don't have enough bench depth, so the lineup has to be a merry-go-round right now. That's the problem. Yes, indeed. Gibbons, Clement, Schultz. Who's that? Royals are up 3-1, huh? Yeah, well, let's round robin this too. Around the league right now, Cardinals and White Sox are tied at 4 in the 8th. The Brewers are up 8-5 on the Cubs in the 7th. The Royals are up 3-1, on the Rangers in the 7th. Diamondbacks over the Blue Jays 7-1 in the 5th. No score, Guardians, Giants. A bunch of games haven't started yet. But the Tigers beat the Pirates 9-2. Nationals beat the Rockies 4-3. And the Twins beat the Reds 12-5. And there's still a bunch of games that have yet to be played yet. So that's the box score around the league. And the Yankees gotta win. Break that 6-game losing streak. Isn't that fantastic? I don't know if I don't know if he was ever a star, brother Bill. I mean, he got off to a hot start. There's no doubt about that. But it looks it looks pretty clear that the Yankees prefer playing Grisham over Dominguez right now. No, this is part of the basement, not the garage. I seen. This is part of the basement that's getting worked on. A lot of construction here and stuff like that. So I usually have my drop screen behind me, but it's over there. Like you'll see one of my exercise machines here. I have exercise machines over there. I got them everywhere. This is part of my part of my basement. Yeah, this was a good win for the Yankees and it gets them off to a good off to some good momentum as they head into their series against the Baltimore Orioles. So, and tomorrow, if I remember correctly, let's see if we can pull this up. Friday, it's going to be Tomoyuki Sagano versus Max Fried. Tomoyuki Sagano, who is 5-4 with a 338 against Max Fried, who's 9-2 with a 189. So, yep, big time, big time. There's a huge drop off in defensive acumen from Grisham to Dominguez. I mean, there's no doubt about that. There's none. Ace, what's up, brother? It is what it feels like, right? Kind of missed it. 6 days, but it's right. It's a good day to win a game. It's a good day to win a game. Yeah. Carlos Rodon got his 9th win. Devin Williams got the save, and it should get back in that groove. And he scored 7 runs, so it's a nice little, nice little rebound, and hopefully it will build off of this against the Orioles now. The Devastators in the building. Yeah, MTV. Not like this. Not my basement dump. Once I get my YouTube room built upstairs, I'll give you a tour of that because I'm gonna have all my memorabilia on the wall. I'll have my black belt diplomas up there. I'll have all this stuff. Thank you, 99. Appreciate that for the birthday wishes. It's good that they got the win on the birthday, baby. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate you. No, Stanton's doing okay. Stanton's doing all right now. But the fact is, I mean, the Yankees won. That's all that matters. And I'm going to keep my eye on this article, this rumor about the Dominguez to the Giants thing. See if it has any teeth. All I know is there are corroborating articles that are suggesting the same thing. So that's all I can say right now. Yeah, Buckeye. We have not forgotten how to hit. Yeah, we just needed to wake up from our mini coma. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Sapphire. I appreciate that. The rumor is that the Yankees are shopping Jason Dominguez potentially to the Giants for Matt Chapman. And there'll be a couple of prospects to go along with Dominguez. But I don't know. I mean, that's just but it's also backed up by a couple of different articles too. But that trade doesn't really make sense unless the Giants are going to eat some of the salary, and unless the Yankees decide also that George Lombard is going to assume second base when he's ready for the major leagues. So, but there's not many better defenders in baseball on third base than Matt Chapman. Plus, he's also, like I said, he's almost 3 WAR right now in June. So his offensive impact is there too. Appreciate that, Beagle. Thank you. Well, Chapman, I mean, my guess is they would have to assume some money because he has like 5 years left on his deal. And the last thing you want to do is block somebody who the Yankees really have planned here as a future piece. But I've said it for years too. Whoever's bestowing these ridiculous comparisons to Jason Dominguez has to stop. Has to stop. You know. Matt Chapman will be a massive upgrade at third base. Massive upgrade. So, but we'll see. He's on a $150-something million contract now. So, my guess is the Yankees would expect him to eat a chunk of that. And the expected trade would have been Dominguez, Everson Pereira, and Ian Hamilton. So, but I can't see Cashman giving Dominguez and Pereira, because you essentially would replace Dominguez with Pereira. So, I mean, Dominguez is like somebody like Roderick Arias, and you can add Oswald Peraza to that. Different story. Jazz would go to second in his more natural position, Billy. So, well, there's a lot of questions, Buckeyes, as to whether Dominguez is actually the future. He hasn't really lived up to the expectation of his contract. But again, who's bestowing these expectations on him? Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Matt, thank you, Brandon. Chapman is legit. He's legit, but he's attached to a big contract now, and he's on the wrong side of 30 also. So you have to factor this stuff in. Well, if Dominguez stays, I mean, the Yankees are pretty darn patient with their prospects. So, do I think the DFA? Not until at least the deadline. They gave for those that haven't heard, they gave DJ a deadline of July 31st, which is the trade deadline, to either keep performing or they're likely going to move on from you, the DFA or release or waivers or whatever. So we'll see if they live up to that. We'll see. You have to keep to their word. That I don't know, Ray, but like, I think the only way that you don't have Chapman playing a third is if you trade him, because no way in the world they're going to put him somewhere else and Devers at third. He's 10 times better than Devers at third base. And Devers already said he's willing to play first base. So what the hell's the point of moving Devers to third if you still have Chapman there? Ken, what do you know, my man? Calling a game. Doesn't it feel better to call a game winner? Huh? Heck yeah. Smack the like button, everybody, by the way. We got 75 people in right now. Let's try to get that. We'll try to get to 100 likes. It's always helpful when you hang out with me for this, this period of time. And thank you for joining me and doing that as well. So I appreciate you. Trying to, well, that's the thing, Brian. This is where, acquiring a player with that many years attached to his contract, like, my preference is Brendan Donovan, but he hasn't been made available. But there will be a longer line of people going after Donovan than there would be Chapman. Like, I don't want Correa. I don't want anybody but Brendan Donovan. But if Chapman is a realistic option, I don't know. Yeah. But that 5 years, so, it does scare me a little bit with Matt Chapman's remaining contract years. Oh. Yeah, well, yeah, that whole thing, like, Walt's got an early jump, Ken, and it left Volpe out to dry. Like, he tried to run back to second, but they threw, and then they knew he was going to get a third. So, that whole thing looked like it was triggered by Wells, unfortunately. But they've got to, clean up that base running stuff. Thankfully, they won. Yeah, I mean, Donovan's I would give Dominguez for Donovan in a heartbeat. I wouldn't hesitate at all. Mm-mm. But, yeah, I don't want Correa. Yeah, well, this is, area they need to work on. There's no doubt about it. They've got to work on this more. And it's not like they don't, because I know people that are inside. They say they work on this stuff all the time. Situational base running, bunting, all the stuff that people think they don't work on. They work on them before the games. So I have people have sent me footage of these guys working on this stuff. So we're live. They traded Dominguez to Chapman. Yeah, I mean, that's why I think if the Cardinals are going to trade somebody, it's probably going to be Arenado because they would want to trade Arenado and keep Donovan. He's a hard nosed player, Donovan. And, he would be a perfect fit to me for the Yankees. Perfect fit for the Yankees. And like I said, I mean, it's the only I've been talking about it for 2 years. The only guy I would want. You know, forget Suarez, Ketel Marte, Brendan Donovan, if you can get him. Yeah. Big D. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping Dominguez doesn't turn into be like Clint Frazier, like a bust, but yeah, he's shown flashes of stuff. But he's also still he's still a rookie, so he's got developing to do. He still has some developing to go. Right, Demon D? So we'll see. But like I said, also, if you're going to trade Dominguez, I mean, why would you trade away the guy that's very likely going to replace him in the same trade? Unless the Yankees would have another trade cooked up their sleeve too. So, but at the end of the day, I'm not sure a trade like this is going to happen. I could see the Yankees still trading for an infield bat who can also play leadoff and who would not add $150 million of contract, and so 50 years a Yankee fan right there. That's a lot of love right there, Big D. It's a lot of love for your team, man. I love it. Appreciate that. Dominguez is fast, yeah. Uh, he is fast. I hear you, Ray. People are rougher. They're even rougher on Volpe. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with Dominguez. We'll see what happens. People call Volpe a bust. People call Spencer Jones a bust. So it is what it is. This is true too, Ken. Yeah. Practice isn't reflecting. Yeah. I mean, Volpe, yeah. I mean, I would say Volpe for a day or two. Get his head right, man. Just play freaking Peraza at shortstop. Yeah, that's when Bill. So I don't know. I told you I would always present you stuff that you know had teeth that was corroborated. This was corroborated by other articles as well. Yeah, I know exactly where life for people call him a bum. Then you got Rock Riggio also has 13 home runs in Double A too. So yeah, it did, Ken. Yeah, Dominguez is 21, 22, so he still has a lot of developing to go. So a lot of developing to go, Sunil. Yep. But all I know is it feels good to have the Yankees win. And it feels good that they did in the afternoon on a holiday, Juneteenth, and now we can enjoy the rest of our night. And I can enjoy birthday cake tonight. So the Diamondbacks lead 8-1. They're definitely going for it. I mean, they're playing as hard as they possibly can, right? Even though they lost Corbin Burns, even though they lost their closer, Justin Martinez. So they have some big blocks that they lost, the Diamondbacks. And they're still, putting forth the best effort, trying to compete. But that was the move the Giants had to make. And I expect the Padres to make some type of counter move. I expect the Dodgers to make some type of move. Now, what I do know is that the Astros are quietly trying to trade for Donovan too. The Astros, so. But nothing beyond that. Just that the Astros are trying to quietly trade for him. But thank you, James, man. I appreciate the birthday wishes, man. Yeah, I don't know. Donovan would be Donovan would be the trade, man. He would be the trade. And if you get some relief pitchers too, oh boy. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. But I'll take it. Around the clock, the Yankees just played better small ball today, better situationally stuff. They still got some home runs. They got some base hits. They moved runners over, and pitching held things down. Well, all in all, it's a good win for the Yankees. Now we have the Baltimore Orioles coming to town. We need to win that series, and hopefully Max Fried gets off to a good start tomorrow. And then they play. They're not off again until next Thursday, if I remember correctly. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then they play. Who was it? Oakland maybe or Cincinnati Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they're off Thursday. I think Oklahoma City wraps it all up tonight. This arm is a left-handed Javian Sanchez. So let me put. So for those that haven't heard, the Yankees put Anil De Los Santos on the disabled list, and let me pull him up here. Javian Sanchez, a left-handed pitcher for the Yankees. He's 26 years old, and let me pull up his stats here. He was in AAA, got a 1.29 ERA. Not a ton of stats, but he looks like he strikes out more than a batter an inning. Almost two batters an inning. So they replaced a hard throwing righty reliever with a hard throwing lefty reliever. Tiffany, good. Yeah, Cincinnati. That's right. Consigliere, there he is. It's always better when the Yankees win, isn't it, Consigliere? Yeah, hells yeah. And like I said this morning too, like one of the frustrating parts right now is that Fernando Cruz is kind of having the same problem he had in spring training, right? He started to give up a lot of walks. And then the same guy replaces him all the time, Tim Hill. And Tim Hill's, came in last night with the freaking bases loaded. He got the outs, but the Angels scored that go-ahead run and they never gave up again. So we need Fernando Cruz to be better. That's why I think, two good relievers in the bullpen would be a good idea. High leverage. That's right, Beagle. Broken losing streak on my birthday, so I'll thank you, Yankees. I'll take that birthday wish any day of the week. No. And my wife got me Phillies Yankees tickets for the Yankee game on the 26th in the Bronx for my birthday. So we'll be there for that game. And I'm working on a couple other games too. I'm working on Yankees Cubs on the July 12th as well. We'll see that. But I'm going on the 26th, which is going to be awesome. Awesome. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Tiffany. Appreciate the kind words and birthday wishes. And I will wrap this up in a minute to let you all go. Go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go do a little bit of work. And then at that point, my wife took my daughter shopping right now. So picked them up from camp and she took them shopping. So appreciate you, Cruise Control. Thank you. 9-1 Diamondbacks. They keep piling it on, baby. Piling it on. They played small ball today regularly, Peter. Yeah, they did. That helped them win this game. Yeah. Who goes down? That's a good question. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. Could be this guy, Sanders, they just brought up. It could be Ian Hamilton. I don't know. That's a good question. Split. Nah, I can't do that. Only Yankees, baby. My wife will probably wear some Philly stuff, but I won't. No. I don't split. Even if my wife's a Phillies fan. I'm Yankees all the way, baby. But let's go. Yeah, bring in the O's. It's go time, baby. Let's get Max Fried his 10th win of the season tomorrow, too. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Maybe we can get a couple more wins before the All-Star break. So we still have like 3 weeks to the All-Star break. So I'm looking forward to it. But let me let you go, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always helpful when you hang out with me for this long. And I will attach the article that I shared earlier about the rumor trade for Dominguez to the Giants. I'm going to attach it down below so you can take a look at it, just so you could see. Okay, there's a rumor, that rumor is floating around right now. And yeah, exactly, Sunil. Yeah, Dennis. I mean, they clearly prefer to play Grisham over Dominguez right now. You know, they do. I think a lot of fans would miss Dominguez, and I understand the fans don't want him. I get it. I get it. So, but you got to give to get, unfortunately. So, but I would not give up Pereira with Dominguez. That's what I wouldn't do. But we'll see if this actually happens. But go enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Appreciate the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Peace and love to all of you. This is the best family out here. And we'll be back tomorrow. Unless this news comes out later today, you'll get it. Otherwise, see y'all tomorrow.